As a woman in a bioengineering field, it's actually quite challenging at times. And it's also very important that we go out and reach out to young girls and show them what scientists can actually look like. So as a GK-12 fellow last year, I actually taught in a 7th grade classroom for a year. And one of the first activities that we do with the students is we ask them to draw what they think a scientist looks like. For the most part, most students draw the stereotype, which is an older white male with crazy hair and a bunch of flasks sitting around. But then later throughout the semester or throughout the year, they realize that a scientist can look like me also, a woman who's making a difference.
Being a woman in science, it's actually a pretty neat thing. There are many obstacles to overcome, mainly because this is, well, a man's world. There are more guys in this area, but it's always nice to see other friendly faces, girl faces around us in classes, in labs. And I would encourage all the little girls and young girls who want to pursue the field of science to go for it. It's not as hard as it looks, and it's actually a pretty nice thing once you get to accomplish something that is meaningful for science.
There's been a lot of national press about the lack of gender diversity in technology companies around the country. The Arizona Technology Council takes that issue very seriously, encouraging our members to do programming around those issues. And in addition to that, we run a Women in the Workforce Committee, which is a very active committee looking at the issues that inhibit more women from entering the technology workforce. And some of our STEM activities are important, the science, technology, engineering, and math, and getting girls interested at a very young age in STEM-related careers and educational paths. So we're dedicated to addressing that issue here in Arizona and contributing to fixing it at a national level.
STEM education is really important for our young generation to get started early on, because STEM education teaches our students critical thinking, problem solving, creative and collaborative solutions to problems. For women in particular, I think we need to start encouraging them at a younger age so that they can see this as a possibility for their future. So encouragement from family, network, school, support system would really help. And as you grow into your career, as a woman in particular, need to go seek out mentors and a support network of technical people that can help them grow and enhance in whatever field they want to get to.
Arizona's public universities have a strong commitment to making sure that students, male and female students, have the opportunities to pursue their dreams and desires in whatever field they choose, particularly in STEM fields. So our faculty is becoming more diverse every day. Students have great role models and people they can look up to. So STEM fields, STEM majors, they're not just for men anymore. We have terrific women leaders and terrific women students who are forging new directions in all of the STEM fields.
So as part of my research efforts, I also have an outreach effort to bring underrepresented students and women into the field of engineering. In particular, material science is my focus area. As part of the research efforts, I have a summer program and a year-round program that brings in students from high school and undergraduate institutions to expose them to hands-on learning in material science. And I also have an environment of students in the lab that are at least 50% women, 50% underrepresented minority. And I also target students from underrepresented institutions to come and apply to be a part of the program. So role models are my big mantra. So giving the students an opportunity to interact and talk to and have access to role models in the field is what really helps bring the next cohort up. And so my efforts are personally dedicated to that.
So I'm fortunate to have a female advisor, Dr. Erica Corral, who's been my mentor for almost 5 years now. And I think that it's vital to have the experience to see what she can do, what she's capable of doing, and that helps pave the way for people like me, younger students, young professionals are soon to be. And that's why I came to the University of Arizona, was so that I could have a female mentor.
As part of the GK-12 program, I also visited the local Navajo and Hopi reservations about once a month and taught out there. The really great stories that I took away from that was one female student who didn't realize that a path in science was actually something achievable for her, especially something so close to her home for her right in Arizona. By the end of the year, she was pretty convinced that she did want to become a scientist, and she was hoping to enroll in a science-related field.
I think Arizona is a great place for women in technology. Being in Tucson, there is the University of Arizona, which provides a lot of different STEM degrees, and I'm able to be exposed to not only optics, but a variety of different cross-disciplines as well. As a student, I was involved in the Women in Optics group on campus, and now as somebody who's been out in the industry for a number of years, I'm also able to continue to go back and participate with that group to provide some insight and perspective from working in industry.
Arizona's public universities are particularly dedicated to making sure students have exceptional opportunities in the STEM fields. Each of the universities has a STEM learning center, and each one has extensive outreach so that students have a chance as early as middle school to really begin to partner up with top researchers and top scientists to learn what their opportunities might be. That's particularly important in recruiting women to the STEM fields, which we need to do more of, and we're getting better at every day.